morning, sir.
Sir, could you please state your full name and address for our record, please?
Melvin T. Schartiger. The T stands for Ted. And 337 Sandy Avenue, Massillon, Ohio, 44646.
I realize now, sir, that I may have mispronounced your last name. You pronounced it Schartiger?
Schartiger, yes.
All right. I heard somebody say Schartiger.
That's okay.
It's my mistake.
It's a tough one to get right away.
Fair enough. Mr. Schartiger, are you a qualified elector, a voter in the city of Massillon?
Yes, I am, sir.
As a qualified elector, Mr. Schartiger, are you eligible to vote for the candidates for mayor of Massillon in 2015, including Mr. Cicchinelli, if he would be on the ballot?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Schartiger, are you voluntarily protesting the nominating petition of Francis H. Cicchinelli, Jr. as an alleged independent candidate for the office of mayor of Massillon?
Yes, I am, sir.
And Mr. Schartiger, for the reasons that we've laid out in our brief to this board and in the testimony and comments today to the board, do you request this Board of Election to invalidate Mr. Cicchinelli's petition and disqualify him from appearing on the ballot for mayor in 2015?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Chairman, no further questions. Thanks. Thank you.
Schartiger, my name's Craig Conway, and I'm the attorney for Mr. Cicchinelli for purposes of today's hearing. I want to hand you a file stamp copy of the protest. And I would represent to you, that's a true and accurate file stamp copy I got from the board itself. I presume the board has it.
Yes. Sir.
Mr. Oakey asked you if you would voluntarily join this protest. Is that true? You didn't do it voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
How did you come to voluntarily decide to do that?
Well, actually, my friend Robert and I were on the campaign trail, and
I'm sorry, Robert, what do you mean?
Bob Richards,
Okay.
Robert Richards. We were on the campaign trail, and it had been rumored or stated by someone that Mr. Cicchinelli had indicated that he was going to run as an independent, and Bob and I just had a general conversation about it, wondering if that was legal, wondering if he could do that after being a Democrat all those years.
And so what did you do after your conversation with Mr. Richards?
We were approached by the mayor of Massillon.
That Mayor Kathy Cazzaro?
That is correct. And we were asked if we would be interested in attending a meeting to protest Mr. Cicchinelli's candidacy.
And was there such a meeting?
This is the meeting. No, there was not a meeting prior to that. She just asked if we would attend one should she need us in the future.
Should she need you to be a protester?
Right.
Okay, and what did you do after that to become a protester?
What did I do?
Well, if you would look at, perhaps, Mr. Chairman, I should mark this as some kind of an exhibit, although it's in the record.
It's in the record. Please stick with
But the record would indicate he's looking at the protest filed under his name.
Dated June 15th, or 16th, filed for the records, was my issue.
This protest document that's in front of you, have you seen it before today?
Yes.
And when did you first see it?
At least a week ago, 10 days, something like that.
Okay, so you didn't see it before it was filed on June 16th.
I was aware of it before it was filed. I did not see it.
Okay, and how did you become aware of it?
Objection, Mr. Chairman. Please be close to attorney-client communications.
I'll let you, one more question with respect to that.
You say that Mayor Kathy Catazero Perry approached you and asked you if you'd be willing to protest Mr. Cicchinelli's candidacy.
She did not use the word protester. She asked if Bob Richards and I would attend a meeting.
Okay, and after you had this conversation with the current mayor of MASSILLON, how did you come to be a protester via this document that's in front of you?
I was contacted by Mr. Oakey.
So Mr. Oakey solicited you to
No,
become
he did
a
not.
protester?
He did not. He gave me an update on Mr. Cicchinelli's protest.
Okay, and why did you decide to did you allow your name to be put in this document? June 6th, this protest that was filed on June 16th? Before
Yes.
it was filed, did you allow your name to be put on it?
Yes.
Okay. And that all began with a conversation with the mayor?
So it began with a conversation with my friend when we were on the campaign trail.
You and Mr. Richards?
Me and Mr. Richards, yes.
Did you call Mr. Oakey and say, hey, I'd love to file this protest, or did Mr. Oakey call you?
No, sir.
It's not attorney-client privilege before.
When there's an objection, you wait to hear if we overrule it or sustain it.
Pardon, sir?
When there's an objection, just wait to hear if we overrule or sustain the particular objection, and then we can tell you whether we can answer the question.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to make clear for the record that Mr. Conley has asked specifically regarding a conversation between the client and the attorney. Whether he called up the attorney and spoke to the attorney about something, that's attorney-client privilege in the conversation. I would instruct the witness not to answer.
Yeah, that's sustained. Next question, Mr. Conley.
Mr. Schartiger, looking at the document you have in front of you, the protest, I call your attention to the second paragraph. If you could just read the first sentence to yourself, and I'll read it out loud. The grounds for this protest, as explained in detail below, are that Cicchinelli is not actually independent, and that Cicchinelli's claim of being independent has not been made in good faith. Did I read that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and those are your words, you know. This is your protest. You understand that?
Objection, Mr. Chairman. They aren't his words, they're his attorney's words.
Right, and that's sustained. It's like a complaint, and it's a legal document.
Well, do you disagree with Mr. Oakey's words? Did Mr. Oakey lie on your behalf?
Objection.
Well, it's either whose words is it? It's his words as a matter of law. I file a complaint. I put a fact in there. It's my client's fact. I don't make the facts up as an attorney.
No.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Conley can ask if he agrees, but he cannot ask whether his attorney has lied. It's beneath the dignity of this panel.
I agree.
Why did you say in this protest through Mr. Oakey that Mr. Cicchinelli's not made his claim in good faith? Why do you say that?
Because of his history as a Democrat, sir.
Okay, so is he obliged, in your opinion, to always be a Democrat? Is it once a Democrat, always a Democrat? Is that your position?
Not necessarily. It was just a question.
Okay, well, why do you say Mr. Cicchinelli's acted in bad faith when he's claiming to now be an independent? Let me rephrase it. What facts do you have to support the allegation that's made on your behalf in this exhibit that Mr. Cicchinelli's claim of being independent has not been made in good faith? What facts do you have to support that assertion?
Objection, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, that facts have been deduced through counsel. It's not this protester's obligation or duty to bring all those facts. He acts through counsel as every party to hearing or litigation does.
If that is really the law, I guess I can put him on the stand.
No, you cannot.
And that's not the law, Mr. Chairman. Obviously, he makes a factual allegation through counsel. I, of course, have the right to ask him what's the basis for those facts.
I think he's already answered it in any event.
Well, he has not answered that, just
I
asked.
think he said there's years of being a Democrat. I think he answered it.
Mr. Caruso has asserted that your answer to that question is Mr. Cicchinelli's years of being a Democrat. Is that your answer?
That's correct.
Okay, any other reasons other than his history of years of being a Democrat?
No.
Okay, no other questions, thank you.
Any follow-ups? Your excuse.
Thank you, Mr.